I was adopted when I was 18 months old. My biological parents were 20 and 21, paramedics working 24-hour shifts in a busy city hospital, and gave me up because they said they couldn't balance a baby with the demands of their jobs. They signed the adoption papers willingly, no pressure, no tricks, and walked out of my life without a single backward glance. That choice gave me to my dad, the only real parent I've ever known. My dad is a retired fire chief who spent 30 years serving our community in Denver, Colorado. He and my mom tried for years to have a baby before my mom passed away suddenly in a car accident, and he decided to adopt on his own, to give a kid the loving home he and my mom had always planned. From the second he held me, he never let me doubt I was wanted. He told me I was chosen, that my story started the day he brought me home, not the day I was born. He never hid my adoption from me, answered every question with honesty, even when I was a teen who thought his fire stories were boring and hated all the rules he set. He told me my biological parents made a choice based on their own lives, but that it didn't make me unlovable. He said family is about who shows up for you even when the world is on fire. I never felt like I was missing anything. I had a dad who came to every soccer game, every school play, who taught me to change a tire when I was 12, who taught me what it means to serve your community. I grew up around the fire station, hanging out with the firefighters, and knew from the time I was 10 that I wanted to be a firefighter too. When I turned 18, the adoption agency sent me a letter saying I could access my biological parents' information. I didn't even open it. I had a dad. I didn't need 2 more people who'd chosen their jobs over me. Then came my fire academy graduation. I'd worked my ass off for 6 months, woken up at 5 a.m. every day, pushed my body to the limit, graduated at the top of my class, and was the first female firefighter hired at my dad's old station. It was the proudest day of my life. My dad was in the front row in his old dress uniform, crying, holding a sign that said, "That's MY Firefighter." My aunts, uncles, all the retired firefighters from the station were there, cheering me on. I was walking across the stage to get my badge when I heard yelling from the back of the auditorium. A man and a woman in their mid-40s wearing old paramedic uniforms pushed their way down the aisle screaming my birth name, the name I haven't used in 24 years. The woman ran up to the stage, grabbed the mic out of the chief's hand, and said she was my real mother, that they were here to congratulate their daughter on following in their footsteps. The room went dead silent. My dad stood up ready to come get me, and the man, my biological father, yelled that they had every right to be there, that blood was thicker than water, that they were the reason I'd chosen a career in public safety. They said they'd been watching me for years, calling the academy every week to check on my progress, even trying to get the chief to assign me to the station they used to work at, just to be close to me. I grabbed the mic back, my hands shaking but my voice steady, the same voice my dad taught me to use when I need to take control of a room. I told them they made their choice 24 years ago when they put their jobs above a baby. I told them the man in the front row, the one who taught me what it means to serve, who showed up for every single moment of my life, who taught me that courage isn't about being fearless, about showing up even when you're scared, is my real dad. I told them a shared career in public safety doesn't make them family, and that I never wanted to see them again. They were escorted out by security and the room erupted in cheers. I got my badge and looked at my dad, who was beaming with pride. I'd made him proud, and that's all that mattered.